Hi, it's Alice, and with Lewis right here, and we're just going to be talking about a special opinion on Halo Infinite. As Halo Infinite has switched over from seasons to content updates, and now you have operations, we only get one map, whereas the rest of it is filled with lots of cosmetics. And there's some rumors of like new weapons, and there's VIP and possibly assault, and therefore it may not actually arrive, but it depends on the further content updates. But we get to ask ourselves on how likely is it going to be for Grifball to come to Halo Infinite? Well, what do you think?
So hi, this is Potato from Potato Pro Wrestling, and Grifball. I mean, it's one of my favorite modes in the Halo Reach and Halo 3. Obviously, we all know it was created by Rooster Teeth. It's become a thing from Red versus Blue, but Rooster Teeth seem to be kind of falling apart at the moment.
Yes.
So I don't know how likely it is. I mean, I hope they bring Grifball back because it's really fun. It's one of my favorite modes.
Yeah,
and it's just a nice break from PvP.
Exactly. So, as I need to elaborate, apparently the Halo 3, they started to have like sandboxes, have like forge maps because of the forge mode on like Halo 3, where you can create any maps. And then you have like Gavin, who's one of the people at Rooster Teeth, who's also part of the Somo guys. He came up with this mode along with a few other Rooster Teeth staff. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he came over and did this like assault game type where you already use like gravity hammers and you smash everyone as you bring the bomb over to the other side, and that's where you get Grifball. And it became one of the biggest modes in Halo, which take over like Halo Reach, Halo 4, and even Halo 5. And now it's not in Halo Infinite because when it came out, the team was slow to fix all the live service issues, and they were slow to deliver many modes, which it came out in 2021 as part of the Xbox's 20th anniversary. And late last year, we got like Firefight, which is the most requested update, but we still don't have a lot of modes. Like we got Last Spartan Standing, and there's also Infection as well, but it took a long time for these modes to come over. With 343, now they're just going to be working on the next game. I think it's becoming less and less likely that we may get anything more than just like a few maps or some sort like that.
Is Grifball do they legally own the rights to Grifball 343 and Xbox? I mean, I assume they do. Yeah. But I mean, do they have to give royalties to Red versus Blue or like Rooster Teeth, or do they have to reference Rooster Teeth, or like could we like see like them call us like make a new mode called like Assault Ball, which is essentially just Grifball but not called Grifball? Is that a thing?
If they were to call this Assault Ball, people would be like complaining or even get confused because they used to Grifball as a game type, and if they were to change the name, people would be fussing over it. But then I don't know if that's going to happen, or the fact that people are just going to come up and say, if you bring up Grifball and yet you still support Rooster Teeth, then I'm not sure I would take you seriously. Because what happened is, late 2022, I believe, Rooster Teeth has been at the center of controversy, dealing with toxic workplaces and even like lots of injuries to the crewmates. And then it sets the ball rolling where Ruby has 49. It came out February last year, and they are saying about Volume 10, which when the Volume 9 is announced, Volume 10 is not greenlit, and no news about it. RTX happened last year, but it's been cancelled for this year. So it's up to Ruby fans to come up with a summer convention. But in the last year's RTX, they announced Red vs. Blue Restoration, and it's heading into a last ever season, as well as a new season of Camp. But apparently, Red vs. Blue Restoration is originally going to be scheduled to release in fall 2023, but it's been now delayed until about 24th of March 2024 this year. So it obviously means something's happening, and now the staff is just getting really frustrated with commenters when they suggest about finances. But even like the Barbara Dinkelman, she's been more transparent about Ruby and said, we no longer have any more money to pay for Ruby episodes, and without the Crunchyroll deal, we couldn't get 49 out. And it just suggests like as if Rooster Teeth is struggling, and they're trying to rely on like podcasts to survive. But I don't think it's looking very good.
I mean, Rooster Teeth is losing money and all that, and then also the people who created Grifball, Achievement Hunter, the vast majority of the Achievement Hunter staff have left and started their own company called Dog Bark. There's not like Gavin's still there and Jeff is still there, I believe.
They're
but I think most of them are gone.
Fuckface though. Well, it's only like F2 asterisks and K face. But it's something you expect to see more of on the Rooster Teeth's website, and they're just trying to get people into the Rooster Teeth website to see more episodes. And yeah, there used to be like Red vs. Blue episodes on YouTube. Now that they're being removed to YouTube and expects you to watch them on like Rooster Teeth's website, just like how they did with Ruby and Camp being their two big shows. And it just suggests like as if they really are desperate to get people's attention for their website and to buy their subscriptions.
It's a change in management at the top, as far as I'm aware, but I'm not 100% sure what's happened there, but it has changed. So I was gonna look it up myself, but my Xbox is being weird. Is Grifball available on the Master Chief Collection?
It is actually, because last time I checked,
so
there's Grifball on the games. But that's only because it's part of the games that they came up with. So you can get it on like the Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 4, and you can also get it on the Halo 5. But there's no Grifball in Infinite. But it's awkward because I was kind of thinking like they could buy rights to get the crossover Red vs. Blue. But because of the Rooster Teeth controversy, that may not be appreciated as a crossover. And yet there's no crossovers. Like Call of Duty did crossovers with some anime franchises like Attack on Titan. There's Fortnite that's crossed over with Dragon Ball and Naruto.
I mean, Fortnite has actually had a crossover with Red vs. Blue. Like they had Blood Gulch in Fortnite briefly. That was a couple of years back.
Actually, I think that came with the same time Master Chief was dropped on Fortnite, and you also get Blood Gulch, which is also one of the original maps with the Halo Combat Evolved, so it's not exactly Red vs. Blue.
No, but they advertised it with the advert for it was the Red vs. Blue cast did the advert. It was an advert with Red vs. Blue, so that's what I meant. It was like a tie-in with Red vs. Blue. So you know that's what I meant by that. But yeah, I know obviously Blood Gulch is a Halo thing, not necessarily a Red vs. Blue thing. But you know, yes. But it was advertised using the Red vs. Blue cast.
However, with the string of controversies and Rooster Teeth is struggling, and also the Red vs. Blue is entering the final season, it just hosts like a huge amount of complications. Like you're thinking like 343, like if Rooster Teeth falls, they could buy the franchise back and have rights to Red vs. Blue as another franchise. It just depends if it's going to be well received and whether they're going to ever do anything with Red vs. Blue. But either way, whether they buy it or not, it could be too late because Halo Infinite could be in the sunsetting stage, and it's quite likely we may see another game. But they probably move to something else because Red vs. Blue Restoration is the last season, and after that, it could be just a swan song for the Rooster Teeth, which means the company falls down. I mean, it's likely, and if it happens, then the rights are up for anyone to buy. And I don't know, it's kind of up the air whether 343 is going to buy Red vs. Blue or not. But if Microsoft buys Rooster Teeth and then their franchises, that's got to be something very different. But I think it's just in the moment that, as you said, Grifball, I think it could actually come to Halo Infinite or even the next Halo game. But I think putting it as a different name is likely to stir up, divide the community about it because of people who do not like Rooster Teeth what they have done, and also worried about feeling that getting rid of Grifball as a name is likely to stir up confusion in people. And at the same time, Red vs. Blue, especially going to the final season along the Rooster Teeth, means it may not be that relevant. and the Grifball wise is pretty much up in the air. But you could say that 343 still owns them, and they may probably like introduce it in the future.
I was going to say, it's possible that we could just be overthinking it, to be honest. It could just literally be, they're going to make Grifball at some point. It's on maybe on their roadmap, and they just haven't got around to it yet. It's like, well, let's just do this mode, and we'll do Husky Raids, and we'll do Firefight. And then, like, Grifball is just like, I don't know, bullet point 10 of 12. You know, it's possible that it could still come out, and maybe we're just overthinking it, and we're like, maybe that's something they're saving to like their final like big push for Halo Infinite before like they literally give up on it completely. I mean, there's still a couple of years, I think. They're still hopefully going to keep running it, but yeah, they're not doing any big season updates anymore. They're just going to be doing smaller updates. So I can imagine Grifball just coming out randomly in like when there's a bit of a quiet period and they need to boost some rating. They need to get some boosts the player base up a bit. It could just be a random season. Who knows? But I would love to. I hope they do bring it back, because Grifball's one of my favorite modes, and it's like the one I played the most on Halo Reach, I think, back in the day in Halo 3.
So that leads one of my questions though is, do you ever feel that like Halo Infinite, if they were to introduce Grifball, do you think they're more likely to introduce the operation that has assets of red versus blue? Do you think that will happen?
Possibly. I mean, as I said, it depends how much they're how much they're still friendly with the red versus blue people and with Rooster Chief and with Achievement Hunter, because we don't really know what's going on with that. It's, as you said, red versus blue might be dying out. I mean, as you said, they might release Grifball with the final season of red versus blue if they're that connected to each other. That might be something that they might do to advertise it, but I doubt it. You don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
That would be really huge.
Who knows?
If that really happens. Like 24th of May, Red vs Blue Restoration comes out. Oh, there we go. There's Grifball coming back to Halo Infinite, and we got some characters from there to appear in it. I mean, that could crazy happen. And it did happen to do with those kind of crossovers before, because Halo Infinite and the moment, with Halo Season 2 coming out on Paramount Plus, they already released like free helmets as weekly challenges and their prizes as login bonuses, and I thought that was really cool, because they've been releasing some free stuff to do with the Halo TV show. But who knows, they may turn around and say, oh, you know what, we'll just like celebrate Red vs Blue Restoration. But it depends if they're willing to risk to put any of this stuff in the Halo Infinite when people are very, very critical of like say Rooster Teeth's toxic practices or their controversies. I mean, we have spoken about it in our prior podcast episodes, but yeah.
I would just like to know if it is coming or not, but I guess we'll find out when it comes, I guess.
But yeah, this is our video that discusses about the potential inclusion of Grifball, because in the moment, Halo Infinite could be sunsetting. They switched over from seasons to content updates, and we may end up seeing less and less, and make it least likely for Grifball to come back. So, but yeah, this is our thoughts on it, and we also discussed about 343 and even Rooster Teeth. So, what do you think about all this? Do you think you like to see Grifball come back, and do you like to see Red vs Blue be involved with the game? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to give us a like, because we're in fire. February, such a huge month, and we're hoping to put more positive spin on things in the moment. So
I hope so. Yeah, I feel like we've had a lot of negative videos. It'd be nice to try and get some positive content out for you guys. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Thank you for having me on again, Alice. No
worries.
This is the spirit of the moment kind of video we wanted to just do. Comment, like, subscribe, keep us ahead of the PlayStation guys. We're still ahead of them in subscribers. We just got to keep going. Can't let them catch us.
The chase is on. Until then, thanks for watching, and see you later. Bye.
Bye. Thank you for listening to the X Marks the Box podcast. Follow us at X Marks Box on Twitter or X Marks the Box on YouTube. And follow us on all audio podcast services. Thanks for listening.